Okay, so we're going to be working with long division this week. There's a couple of different strategies that you can use, and kind of like any video game that you're playing, you're going to want to use a specific strategy that makes the most sense for you. So the first one that I'm going to show you today is the standard strategy or the standard algorithm for dividing a multi-digit number by a one-digit number. So I start with 453 divided by 3. And I'm going to choose a color that is not red today because I'm not feeling it. All right. So I'm going to rewrite this equation using a box. Sort. Then I'm going to write, whoops, that's good handwriting today. 453 divided by 3. So what I'm dividing goes inside, and what I'm dividing by goes outside. Now, I go digit by digit when I only have one digit divisor. So 3 can go into 400, or 4, one time. 1 times 3 is 3. Find the difference. 1. I'm going to switch colors a little bit again. Then I drop the 5 down. So now it is 15. 3 goes into 15, and I'm going to put it in the tens place now. 3 goes into 15 5 times. And if you don't know, you can always use a multiplication chart. And then I subtract, get 0 remainder, but I'm not done because I still have a number here. So then I drop the 3 down. 3 goes into 3, 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3, big 3 there, Miss Tara, good job. And we're left with 0 left over, so there are no remainders. And that is how you would use the standard algorithm or the standard strategy. The next strategy that I'm going to show you is called the box strategy. Sometimes it's referred to as the area method, kind of like we did with multiplication. But we're going to start with the box. Now this has 3 digits, so my box is also going to have 3 spaces so that I can do my math in. And I'm going to put what I'm dividing by, similar to this one, on the outside. I'm going to put my answers along the top, and I'm going to put my numbers in here, but I'm going to put my whole number, 453, in this first box. Okay, so I look at this, and I'm thinking, okay, if I'm dealing with hundreds, how many hundreds can 3 go into 400? It's kind of a weird way of thinking about it, but I know that 100 times 3 is 300, and 300 is less than 400, which is good. If I tried to do 2 groups of 3, I would end up with 600, and that's bigger than 400, so that won't work. So I'm going to minus my 300 here. And then I am left with 153. That is a bad 5. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best with my little mouse here. So I'm going to take that 153 and I'm going to move it here now. 1, 5, 3, my bad. Ooh, that is horrible. We need to erase that and try again. That's okay. Sometimes we have to try again, right? All right, let me see. 153. There we go. Good job, Miss Tara. All right, so this is what my math brain is thinking. I know 3 times 5 is 15, and I see a 15 here. But I also know that that's not really 15, that's 150. So I'm thinking, well, I could do 3 times 50, and that'll get me close to 153. So I'm going to put 50 over here. So 50 times 3 is 150. And that's really close to 153. So that's good. And then I'm left with, I subtract them, and I am left with 3. Okay, so then I put my 3 that I'm left with over on this side. Well, 3 goes into 3 one time, bam, 1 times 3 is 3, Bam, I am left with 0 remainder. Awesome. So then I add all this up. So I add 150 and 1. Remember that I'm using my place value to line these up, and my plus sign looks a little sloppy. There we go. And then I get 151. Okay, so the last strategy that I want to show you today is called the grid method. And it looks a little similar to the box method at first, but there are some differences. So I'm still going to make a box, and because I am dividing something that is 3 digits, my box is going to be divided into 3 sections. But I am not going to write my whole thing that I'm dividing on this side. I'm going to write my hundreds on this side. I'm going to write my tens on this one, and my ones on this one. I am still putting the thing I am dividing by outside the box. And my answers are still going to go along the top. So let's get started, starting with blue, Miss Tara. So I know that 3 goes into 4 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. The difference is 1. But instead of, dropping down like I did in the previous method, I'm going to move this one over here. And this doesn't become 5 anymore. It becomes 15. So then I'm thinking, oh, okay, switch into red. 3 goes into 15 5 times. This method is really good if you're still using your multiplication chart. So 5 times 3 is 15. Yay, we did it. Find the difference. 0. So I don't need to carry anything over, do I? No, because that would be silly. I guess I could put a 0 here, but does it really need to be there? No, and that's fine. Let's switch colors again. Let's do something in almost a teal. So then I think 3 can go into 3 only one time without going over. So 1 times 3 is 3. And then I get a 0 remainder. So my answer is 151. Remember that my answers go on top of my boxes in all of these methods. Now these are 3 ways that you can do long division when you're dividing by 1 digit. Now go ahead, head back to Study Island, get your practice in, and if you have any questions, remember you can contact me and Mr. Phobes on our Zooms, which are at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., or you can go ahead and send us a message on Study Island. See you next time.